Good morning, students. Hope you all are safe. Today we are going to start with our online classes. This is Barkha teacher. I will be teaching you social studies. We already know in social studies there are three sub-subjects: history, civics and geography. You have to make two notebooks of 200 pages, one for history and civics and one for geography. Whatever homework I will be giving you, you have to do it in your notebook and you have to note all the important points and explanation which are given in your textbook. Today I am going to be teaching you history. In history, these are the contents. We are starting from lesson 1, sources of history. Before starting the chapter, we should know what are the sources of history, right? Then historians study and write history through clues that tell us about how, when, and why events have happened in the past. These clues are called sources of history. We also study history through various sources. You had learned earlier about the sources of history and the types of the sources of history. As we know, there are three types of sources of history: material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Sources of history are different according to the periods. Like in ancient time, we were using different sources of history. In medieval time, we were using different sources of history, and now in modern time we are using different type of sources of history according to changes and development of our country. This year we are studying about sources of modern Indian history. Let's start. We have studied the sources of ancient and medieval Indian history. This year we are going to study the sources of modern Indian history. Historical sources include material, written and oral sources. Similarly, sources based on modern technology such as audio, video and audio visual are included. Now we are using audio visual sources like television, through mobile, laptop, etc. We can see films, documentaries, sports, news, etc. Right? We can use radio also for only audio, only for listening. Right? Next, material sources. Various objects, monuments, places, coins, sculptures, etc. can be included in the material sources of history. Material sources of history, we already know whatever things we can see and touch, like uh, like buildings, monuments, coins, sculptures, and whatever things we are using, these are called material sources. In material sources, various objects, whatever objects people are using, like paint, furniture, utensils, daily using things. Then monument, a building, structure or site that is of historical importance, like Taj Mahal, Red Fort, etc. Next, coins. We all know coins, right? Different coins give us various informations. Sculptures, carving and shaping on stone, wood and clay, like statues and carving on temple wall, etc. Next, building and places. The period of modern Indian history is believed as period of European, especially the British ruler and governance of princely states. In this period, various buildings, bridges, roads, water supply system, fountain, etc. were built. These buildings include government offices, residences of officers, leaders, and revolutionaries, palaces of ruler of princely states, forts, prisons, etc. Among these monuments, many buildings are intact even today. Some are declared as national monument, where some are converted into museum. For example, Cellular Jail in Andaman. The period of modern Indian history is believed as period of European, when British came in India. In the British time, many buildings, forts, bridges, roads, water supply system, fountains were built. Among these monuments and many buildings are still available. Some are declared as national monument, whereas some are converted into museum. For example, Cellular Jail in Andaman. While visiting these sites, we get information about contemporary history, architecture, nature of the monument, and also the economic condition of that particular period. Just as during the visit to Cellular Jail in Andaman, we get information about the revolutionary work of V.D. Savarkar. By visiting Mani Bhavan in Mumbai or Sevagram Ashram at Wardha, we get information about the history of Gandhian era. When we will visit that places, then we will get information about the recent period, that period of history. Architecture. Architecture means the art of designing and constructing building. And nature of monuments. Monuments means like Taj Mahal, Red Fort, etc. And also the economic condition of that particular period. And when we will visit at Cellular Jail in Andaman, we will get information about the revolutionary work of V.D. Savarkar. Revolutionary work means whatever contribution he given in changing the condition through various activity. That time British rule over our country. Then V.D. Savarkar contribution in changing the condition is remarkable. When we will visit Mani Bhavan in Mumbai or Sevagram Ashram at Wardha, we will get information about the history of Gandhian era. Gandhian era means the time of Mahatma Gandhi, right? Next, do you know? Museum and history. For the study of history, various objects, painting, photographs, and such other things are preserved in a museum. At the Aga Khan Palace in Pune, we can see different objects, documents, giving information about the life of Mahatma Gandhi. We already know about the museum, right? Various objects of the past event are preserved and managed by management of museum. When we will visit there, we can see them and will get information. When we will visit at Aga Khan Palace in Pune, then we will get information about the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Next, statues and memorials. During the pre-independence and post-independence period, pre-independence means before the independence and post-independence means after the independence, memorial of many personalities were erected in the form of statues. Memorial means a statue or a structure established in the memory of a person or event. Memorial of many personalities were erected in the form of statues. These statues are also important for the study of modern Indian history. The various statues provide information about the contemporary rulers, same periods rulers, and eminent personality. Eminent means famous personality, popular personalities. The display plaque on the statues give us information about the full name of the concerned person. Display plaque means whatever display board is there on the statue is called display plaque. It gives information about the full name of the concerned person, birth and date details, brief information about their contribution, and a biographical sketch of the person. Biographical sketch means when a person write about another person's life. This is called biography. So biographical sketch means about the person. Just as the statues of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Lokmanya Tilak, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, there are memorials which are erected in the memory of various events, which give information about the concerned event, period, people related to the event, etc. For example, Hutatma Smarak at various places. What is Hutatma Smarak? When someone some person sacrifice their life for our country is called martyrdom. Statue or smarak made in the memory of that person and to give respect for their work is called Hutatma Smarak. Do it. Trace out the statues and memorials in your neighboring areas. Note down the information of an event or personality that you obtain through it. What you have to do? Find out the statue and memorials in your locality or neighboring areas and write down the information that you get through it. You have to do it in your notebook. Next, written sources. The following aspects are included in the written sources of modern Indian history. Here are given a graphical concept of written sources. First, here given correspondence. What is correspondence? Correspondence means communication by letters or email is also a written sources. Next, periodicals. Periodicals means a magazine or a newspaper published at regular intervals. Next, foreign accounts. Foreign accounts means some written records of foreign travelers. When foreign travelers came India and write about the Indian people, the book or the documents available of that time is called foreign accounts. Next, factory records. Every factory and institution kept record of their work is called factory records. Newspaper. We all knows about newspaper. Newspaper, we get various information through newspaper. Now we are getting information about the effect of COVID-19 on all over the world, the effect of the COVID-19 on all over the world, and issues between India and Pakistan and India and China, etc. Next, autobiography. What is autobiography? When a person write about yourself, ourself, or own life is called autobiography. Next, books. We already know books about books related to literature, languages, books of different subjects, etc. is also a written sources, written by other different authors is also a written sources. Next, newspaper and periodicals. Newspapers provide us information about the contemporary events. Along with it, detailed analysis of a particular event, views of eminent people, editorials are also published. We get information about the political, social, economic, and cultural happening of that period. In the pre-independence period, newspapers like Dhyanoday, Dhyan Prakash, Amrit Bazar, Patrika, Deen Bandhu, Kesari acted as important source of awakening the mind of the people. Through the newspaper, we can study the British policies regarding India and their effects on India. During the British period, newspapers were not only the source of political events but also acted as a source of social information. The Nibandmala by Vishnu Sastri Chiplankar and Sattapatre, written by Lokahitawadi alias Gopal Hari Deshmukh in the weekly Prabhakar, comments on various social and cultural issues. Newspapers provide us information about particular events, views of famous people, their editorial, whatever they published, and we get information about political means relating to the government or public of a country, public problem of a country. We get social information. Social means related to the society. Economic means related to money, whatever transaction happen in production and consumption is called economic. And cultural means related to the custom and social behavior of a society. In the pre-independence period, before independence, newspaper like Dhyanoday, Dhyan Prakash, Amrit Bazar, Patrika, Deen Bandhu, Kesari acted as an important source of awakening the mind of the people. Awakening means aware. They aware the people, the condition of the people, the causes and measures of the problems of the people. Through this newspaper, we also can study about the British policies, their effect on India, etc. During the British period, newspapers were not only the source of political events but also acted as a source of social reformation. Social reformation means changes in certain aspect of society or unfair custom, whatever things happen unjust or unfair custom in society, to change and correct it is called social reformation. Like Raja Ram Mohan Rai contributed in abolish the Sati Pratha. You know Sati Pratha? In Sati Pratha, when husband died, then His alive wife also be burnt by people forcefully with her husband in funeral, means चिता में जला दी जाती थी. राजा राम मोहन राय abolished the sati pratha. The Nibandhmala by Vishnu Sastri and Chiplankar and Sat Patre, written by Lokitahavadi alias Gopal Hari Deshmukh in the weekly Prabhakar comments on various social and cultural problems. In this weekly newspaper, they all are written about the social and cultural problem. They write comments on various social and cultural problem. Let us know Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and newspaper. In January 1920, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar started the fortnightly Muknayak, but later Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar had to leave for their higher education studies to England, and hence he handed over this paper to his colleagues. In April 1927, Dr. Ambedkar started the newspaper Bahiskrit Bharat. Through the medium of Bahiskrit Bharat, he wrote for the reformation of common people and bringing unity among them. Apart from this, he also started two more newspapers, namely Janata and Prabuddha Bharat. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar is a famous personality. We already knows about him. He was the architect of the Constitution of India. He inspired the Dalit campaign against social discrimination towards untouchable also, and their contribution is also very remarkable for their upliftment of the untouchables and weaker section or women's also. Here given about Babasaheb Ambedkar. In January 1920, Babasaheb Ambedkar started Muknayak, but later he had to leave for higher studies to England, and hence he handed over his newspaper to his colleagues. In April 1927, he started the newspaper Bahiskrit Bharat. Through the medium of Bahiskrit Bharat, he wrote the reformation of common people and bringing unity among them. Bahiskrit, apart from this, he also started two more newspapers, Janata and Prabuddha Bharat. We will be continuing this chapter in next class. Thank you.